Good morning, everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube. JDev has returned after his long layoff to give you exactly what you want. Of course, that would be more of me giving my thoughts, my opinions, and my award-winning, and I do mean award-winning, expert analysis on a certain topic subject. And I'm here again with my amazing background. Long story short, I took a break. I needed it. I'm not going to go into details why, but I am back to give you what you want. So today what I'm going to be doing is giving my thoughts on the upcoming UFC 232 pay-per-view. That's tomorrow. Give my predictions on the main card of who I think will win. And yeah, just kind of go from there. So we'll start off with the first bout on the main card. We have Chad Mendes against Alexander Vo. I don't even know his name. I don't know much about him. I mean, I really can't give an analysis on a fight that I don't know the other guy. But Chad Mendes is one tough son of a bitch. So based on that and kind of looking at things, I'm going to go with Chad Mendes on that particular fight. I could be wrong. Again, I don't know much about the other guys, so I guess it's not award-winning expert analysis on that one. Next, we have Carlos Condit versus Mike Chiesa. I think this is a good matchup for Carlos Condit. He's on a losing streak. He really needs a victory. Chiesa's tough. He's really good with submissions and whatnot. I'm going to go with Carlos Condit on this one. And I've been going with Carlos Condit for a while. And by the way, Carlos Condit beat Robbie Lawler. He should have won the welterweight title back at the beginning of, was it 2016 or 2017? But yeah, it was 2016 if I remember correctly. But Carlos Condit is going to win, I hope. Because if he loses again, Carlos Condit probably needs to walk away from fighting in general. Just my opinion. But, you know, we have Yair Latifi versus Corey Anderson. Another light heavyweight bout. Corey Anderson's good. I'm going to go with Yair because I think he's better, and I think he has more knockout power and like more capabilities. So, well, that's kind of a. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I think Yair will pull it out and beat Corey Anderson and move on to probably face Dominic Reyes. I think, just my opinions. Next up, we have the women's title match. It's not bantamweight. It's the belt above that. I don't even remember what belt they have, but Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes. This is a really tough fight to call because I know Cyborg's really good, supposed to be really good and, you know, whatnot. I've watched like 3 or 4 Cyborg fights, and I haven't been overly impressed with anything that Cyborg has done in those particular fights. I know she has a highlight reel package of, you know, great, you know, knockouts and whatnot. But Amanda Nunes is very tough. Granted, her gas tank probably isn't as good as Cyborg's, but I've seen Amanda Nunes. I mean, Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey. I mean, she just dominated both of them. And they're supposed to be some of the best women fighters of all time. So I go back and forth with this one, but I really think Amanda Nunes is going to win that fight. I could be completely wrong, but I see what Amanda Nunes has done since she captured that title at UFC 200 back in 2016. And, of course, the longer the fight goes, the better chance that Cyborg has to win. But if it's a quicker fight, I think Amanda Nunes takes it. Again, no disrespect to Cyborg. No disrespect to anybody in this video. That's just my prediction. And, of course, we have the main event of the evening, which once the fight starts, this fight will be for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. The rematch, Alexander Gustafsson or Gustafsson, they pronounce it different ways. Dana White says Gustafsson, everybody else says Gustafsson. So whatever you want it to be, versus John Bones Jones for what will be DC's vacant light heavyweight championship. But let's be realistic here. That's John Jones' light heavyweight championship. Thank you. He's never lost the belt. His personal demons have made him lose the belt. So of course, John Jones has something in this system again, but it's very, very minimal amounts. Like a picogram, if you listen to Jeff Nowitzki, a picogram of like if you cut a grain of salt into 50 million pieces, one of those pieces is a picogram. So that's what's in John Jones' system. UFC's actually cleared him to fight. I'm not very, I'm happy about that, but it seems a little sketchy to me. Even with me being the biggest John Jones fan, it does seem sketchy. But I'm going to stand by John Jones, and it's getting harder and harder to do. But I'm going to stand by the fact that he says that he's been a clean athlete. his whole career other than unknowingly getting something into his system. This is going to be a close fight. It's going to be a good fight, but John Jones will win. Alexander Gustafsson, he's good, but he's just not on John Jones level, although that was the toughest fight John Jones has had to date, and that's including the DC fights. Gustafsson was much harder challenger than Daniel Cormier. So Jones is going to win. So again, my predictions: Chad Mendes, Carlos Condit. I know he probably will lose, but I got to go with Carlos Condit, Lilia Latifi, Amanda Nunes, and John Bones Jones. And there's other fighters that are on the card. BJ Penn is fighting on the prelims. So is Uriah Hall. So those are two good fighters. I like Uriah Hall, and he was supposed to be a big thing, and he hasn't really been yet. But remember that Ultimate Fighter knockout with Uriah Hall? I know you don't forget that. So I hope everybody enjoys the card. I hope the card happens in full. I hope no fights get taken off. I hope nobody tests positive and gets pulled. And it should be interesting. Club DeVoe will be hosting it. UFC 232 tomorrow. You better be there because you don't want to miss that. Anyway, you guys have a good day. It was good to be back, and I'll be back again shortly with some more great expert analysis. Later.